Hi everyone, I'm Vone, owner maker of Vone Knits, and you're watching Dare to be Original with Vone. I wanted to share with you my number one tip for knitting and crocheting. Everybody always asks you, what's your number one tip? What's your number one tip? So my number one tip is let the yarn do the work. Let the yarn do the work. There's so many types of yarns out there, so many fibers that I love to do a simple stitch and I let the yarn do the work. And examples of, I'm obsessed right now with the knit seed stitch, which is just knit and purl, purl on the knits, knits on the purl, and that's it. And it gives you this bumpy, I don't know why they call it a seed stitch, but it gives you this bumpy look. And this is just a triple ply off. I have a YouTube video on how to do this stitch that you can check out. And basically with this one stitch, with this one basic simple stitch of knit and purl, I'm able to make this scarf with this fiber. This is a mohair fiber. And look at the seed stitch on that. It's the same exact stitch, but on a bigger needle, and it gives you this airy, fluffy look, and soft, and it's very lofty. It's amazing. And this is actually a baby blanket that I was working on that I ended up frogging, hence this part of it. But I wanted to show you, it's the same stitch, that same seed stitch that you saw in this gray, and it's in this kind of a fluffy yarn. It's a, what is it, 100% polyester. It's like a blanket, soft baby blanket yarn. And look at the seed stitch does, and it where the purl is, it's giving that gap, and it makes it look like there's like a vertical striping almost, and that's a beautiful stitch. So I didn't like it for a baby fabric, a baby blanket, because I didn't like this gappy hole. I didn't want the baby's fingers to get caught in here. So I went pretty far with it before I decided to frog it. And but I realized that I think it's going to make a better scarf look and lay better with a scarf than that gappy thing for the baby. So that's why I chucked the project for that. But I wanted to show you that same stitch in this kind of yarn with a different hook, and it gives you like a ladder lace effect to it, which is weird. I never expected that, because I've done this stitch in multiple scarves now. Here's one in a finer, this is for the Karen cake one that I'm still working on. You probably saw some YouTube videos where I was working on that, and I haven't finished this project yet. It's still in my bag, but that's another seed stitch, but that's with one, I think a size 4 weight on that one, and look at how thin it is. But if you open it up, I guess you can kind of see that ladder effect that we saw in that polyester. Here's a mohair one. That's the same with the seed stitch, and this is from a bigger needle. I think it's like an M or something, or no, 19, size 19, US 19. And look at that look, and I guess I can kind of see that ladder effect, but and there's that pearlesque. But for some reason with this yarn, it doesn't stretch, so it makes it look gappy, which gives it another great design element. Here's a triple ply, but a multicolor yarn, and that's the seed stitch in the multicolor. This one is a secret project that I'm working on, so I won't show you exactly what it is like in full capacity, but there's the seed stitch in that big yarn, and it's a fat yarn. I love this yarn. I can't remember offhand what it is, but it's so soft and so lofty and plush. Here's another seed stitch. This is with the strap that I added on. There's a tutorial on how I add straps onto my scarves too. But there's a seed stitch, and the seed stitch is reversible. But look at all like the different yarns, the different looks that you have when you just change the yarn up. And this is a multicolor of the same acrylic one. And some more. So with this pile of all these scarves, I'm trying to do 100 scarves, list 100 scarves on my Etsy shop for by October of this year, and that's where this is the goal of what I'm doing. But here's another seed stitch in a different yarn, and because I want to say it's a design element, or I ran out of yarn, or perhaps it's a design element. Who knows? But there's the end for that. But look at the seed stitch in that color. So this is my #1 tip for all knitters and crocheters. Experiment with different types of yarns, and for the same stitch, for the same stipple stitch, you can get so many other different looks from it. So that is my #1 tip for knitters and crocheters, is let the yarn do the work, and I do a simple stitch, and look at all the beautiful different looks that you can have when you let the yarn do the work for you. All right, if you like this video, thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, be sure to click that button. And God bless, and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.